guys, what's up? It's TJ with Sanctified Homes. We're out here on our parade site today with Travis from Broan, and we're talking about an ERV. So I'm going to ask Travis some questions. So you specifically, people that are building your homes, whether it's in Wisconsin or other parts of the country, understand, again, why it's so important that we're building your homes tight, but then we're using Broan system like this ERV here to ventilate it right. So I guess first, Travis, can you just kind of explain, pretend like I'm a homeowner, I've never heard of this ERV, like what is that, what does it do, what's the intent?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we're going to build the home tight, so we need to ventilate it right. And so you asked the obvious question, when do you want to breathe fresh air? The answer to the homeowner should be all the time. So what an ERV or energy recovery ventilator is doing is we're taking outdoor air that's fresher than typically than the indoor air. We're going to pass it through a filter. So it's going to pass across the filter before it ever even hits our home. That air is then going to pass through what we call a recovery coil. So we're going to take the fresh air from the outside. We're going to take the bad air from inside, and it's going to go across this recovery coil. So the air streams don't touch. So we're going to take that air from the outside, pass it through. We're then going to temper it. So if we have cold outdoor air coming in, we're taking warm air from our house, we're going to have an exchange that occurs inside this core. And so with that exchange, we're now tempering that fresh filtered air that we have and delivering that to our home, and at the same time taking bad stale air out of our home in a controlled manner.
Sure. And in this core, just so we're clear, the air is not touching one another. It's just kind of passed by in this core. If it's cold out, it's heating up that cold air.
Exactly.
And vice versa. If it's real warm out, it's taking the cooler air in your home and cooling that warm air down.
Exactly. So there's thousands of little air channels inside this core. And like you said, they're not touching, but each of those little layers within that core, there's an exchange that's happening. So in the case of temperature, again, hot goes to cold. So we're going to take that cold air and heat it up with our indoor air. And then also with the energy recovery piece, we're going to deal with moisture or latent. So there's also the membrane in which this is made out of is going to be able to retain some of that moisture. So if it's a hot, humid day, we're bringing that hot, humid air in. We're going to take our cold, conditioned air from the house. That latent or that moisture is actually going to get transferred, basically take it back to the outside. So we're not going to introduce additional humidity by bringing that fresh air in at that time.
So guys, we're putting ERVs in every one of our homes. There's a lot more to it. They're going to have energy saving, which is going to save on your pocketbook. These machines, you can see they're not massive. Size on this one is going to be
basically it's about a 2-foot cube.
Okay. So there's a slightly smaller one, and that's going to depend on your house size, bedroom size, how much air we have to move. But if you've watched some of our other videos, we talk about building your home tighter and then ventilating it right. You ventilate it right with these units. One of the good things, or cool things that I like about Broan is these are, and correct me if I'm wrong, Travis, self-regulate to know pull more or filter less air.
Yeah, so this particular series, we call it the AI series for artificial intelligence. So the first time the contractor installs it, it's going to go basically through an installation. So based on my ductwork, based on the length of my runs, I can deliver X CFM to the house. So it's a good check and balance there. They know that they're delivering the right CFM from the get-go when they do the install. And then as things change over time, whether it's filter that clogs over time, whether it's ductwork that gets moved, outdoor terminations that maybe get clogged up over time, this unit continues to react. So we have a restriction on the fresh air inlet as an example. We're going to speed the motors up. We're going to do things to be able to always maintain whatever that CFM we set it to throughout the life of the unit.
So guys, so there is an app, correct? So people will be able to monitor this from their phone?
With our Overture system, they're going to be able to see the indoor environment which through an app.
Okay.
That Overture interacts with our pressure system. So there are a number of wall controls that will go with this. It looks, there's some touchscreen that goes, it looks like a smart thermostat that you can interact with this type of product. But the Overture system is looking throughout the home and then dictates some of the actions of like this ERV.
So I don't want to put words in Travis or Broan's mouth, but you guys, you know, if you've been following us, it's build it tight. So we need tight homes, or probably no point putting building tight. So our code standards are pretty low in Wisconsin. So you want to build it tight and then ventilate it right so you and your family are safer. You're breathing better air. We're filtering out pollen, particulate matter, VOCs, all kinds of stuff. So in your home, it's more comfortable. We spend so much time in our home, but we have not done traditionally. over time as builders a good job of making safe, comfortable homes. And that's what Broan is solving. So I guess in closing real fast, like if you're a homeowner and somebody just stopped right here and just like, hey, what is that? I know we kind of hit on it. What would be your biggest 2 or 3 things that a homeowner would be like, oh, I definitely need this in my home?
Yep. So we talked about the fresh air piece. This type of system is the most energy efficient way to introduce fresh filtered air into a home. And then you have that energy savings piece because we're tempering that fresh filtered air during that process.
Yeah, guys. So I think for me, if you followed us long enough, it's the safety, right? Like I'm having clean, fresh air. I know these have been put in homes where people are terrible at sleeping, have bad allergies. All of a sudden this gets put in. You can probably confirm that all of a sudden they're sleeping better. They're more comfortable in their home.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, anything we can do to pull that bad air out with a CO2, especially if you close your bedroom door at night, you're sleeping in there. Anything we can do to pull that out, but also dilute that with fresh filtered air makes a world of difference when it comes to people's health. Yeah.
So guys, I want to thank Travis for stopping out today. We are going to show you some more videos when this gets put in, and then also how to take care of your unit after the fact. It's not really that hard to clean the filter and take care of it. So don't worry that you got a bunch of extra stuff to do. This is pretty easy to see and take care of, and we'll show that in more videos. Don't forget to raise your standard. We'll talk to you guys soon.